Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Herman Green. NCB continues to rake in record profits, reporting today that it net $21 billion over the last 9 months. The earnings are up 40% from a year ago. For clarity, the $21 billion NCB earned in the last 9 months is already more than the then record earning the financial group reported for all of its last financial year. Now, NCB says the performance reflects its success in its drive to differentiate its products and keep pace with technology. Its shareholders will get their cut of the earnings. NCB says it will pay a 70-cent per share dividend on August 28 to those who are on record as owning its stock on August 14. Businessman and director of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, Omar Azan, is questioning whether the recently concluded public sector wage negotiations were conducted in good faith. He says the fact that the dollar started to devalue after the negotiations were over is concerning. Mr. Azan was speaking today on RJR's Hotline program.
When we were negotiating public sector workers, if you remember, the dollar came down to nearly 124.
Right.
And maybe it was a way of conning the people and the unions into thinking what they need to do what they need to do to get them to sign. And immediately after, the dollar starts flying again. They have set inflation targets at 4 to 6%. They claim inflation is at 2.8%. Whether it's true or not, I can't really say how accurate it is.
Mr. Azan also argues that there are some irregularities with how the island's inflation targeting is done.
The IMF has set these inflation targets. We need to know why they have set it so high if our inflation rates currently are in the 2.83% region. Why not set it at 3.5%? Why are we setting at 4 to 6%? Because when you set it so high to remain competitive globally, you have to devalue your country. That is why they're doing that. And if you notice, they go into the market and they buy back the money. That creates that gap, that vacuum, that devalues the currency. But they're not going to tell you they're doing it. And they need to be more transparent with the people.
In currency trading, the US dollar soared to a new high today as the Jamaican dollar continues to slide. The American currency is now going for $134.49. The Canadian dollar also closed the day higher at $106.05. The pound is going for $177.71, while the euro is going for $156.04 on average. Statin is reporting that producer prices for the mining and quarrying industry during June moved up by 0.7%. The upward movement was driven by increased expenditure in bauxite mining and alumina processing. Statin says this was as a result of the movement in the Jamaican dollar in relation to the United States dollar during the month. In the meantime, the manufacturing industry reported a 0.6% increase in its index. Statin says this was attributable largely to the increase in refined petroleum products. However, the movement was tempered by the decrease of 0.3% in the food, beverage, and tobacco group. Now, oil prices settled higher today. Oil for delivery in September is up 25 cents to settle at $69.53. The GSE index gained 1,093 points today, while the junior index lost 1 point. Among the winners were Berger Paints, Cargo Handlers, Elite Diagnostic, Honeybun, Jamaica Stock Exchange, Key Insurance, Margaritaville, NCB Financial Group, and Pulse Investments. On the losing side were Caribbean Cement Company, Derrimon Trading, Fosrich, Grace Kennedy, Jamaica Broilers, Knutsford Express Services, Lasco Distributors, Main Event Entertainment Group, and Panjam Investments. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Herman Green. Good evening.